Rinne Sharingan. This is considered the most powerful dojutsu. It can cast the Infinite Tsukuyomi, a genjutsu that can trap the entire world in an illusion. The Rinne Sharingan is a dojutsu Kekkei mōra and is the predecessor of both the Rinnegan and the Sharingan. Kaguya Otsutsuki awakened the Rinne Sharingan after consuming the chakra fruit from the divine tree. This fruit contained an incredibly powerful amount of chakra, granting Kaguya unmatched strength and awakening this unique eye. Sharingan. The Sharingan is known as the Kekkei Genkai.of the Uchiha clan. Members of the Uchiha clan awaken the Sharingan after experiencing an extremely intense emotional shock. With regards to a person precious to them, their brain releases a special form of chakra that affects the optic nerves, transforming the eyes into Sharingan. During the emotional states that trigger the awakening of the Sharingan, the user's vision may temporarily blur until the Sharingan fully manifests. Once the user realizes they have awakened the Sharingan, they can freely use it. Initially, each newly awakened Sharingan usually has only one Tomoe Kama-like marking, although in some cases, it can immediately have 2 Tomoe in each eye. Through emotional growth under extreme conditions, the Sharingan continues to develop, with its full maturity being represented by the 3rd Tomoe. When Hagoromo awakened the Sharingan, he instantly had 3 Tomoe. All of the Sharingan's abilities are available from the first stage, but as the Sharingan matures, the user's ability to utilize these powers also improves. For example, with full maturity, the Sharingan's ability to perceive all targets and events around them becomes fully developed. This can make the user's movements significantly different from before, especially if their Sharingan matures during battle. Mangekyo Sharingan. The Sharingan can evolve into the Mangekyo Sharingan by experiencing the psychological shock of loss, granting unique abilities specific to each user in addition to the standard Sharingan powers. Awakening. The Mangekyo Sharingan automatically matures the Sharingan fully if it hasn't reached that stage yet. For example, Itachi awakened his Mangekyo Sharingan after witnessing the death of his best friend, Shisui Uchiha. Similarly, Sasuke awakened his Mangekyo Sharingan after learning the truth about his brother's death, which caused him immense emotional trauma. When someone awakens the Mangekyo Sharingan in both eyes, they gain the ability to use Susanoo, even if they lose their eyesight. Like other dojutsu, the Mangekyo Sharingan can be transplanted into non-Uchiha individuals, allowing them to access all its powers, though it requires significantly more chakra to use. Using the Mangekyo Sharingan leads to gradual blindness over time. However, this drawback can be overcome by transplanting another Mangekyo Sharingan from a close relative, such as a sibling, to obtain the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, which never loses vision. Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. The Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan is an advanced form of the Mangekyo Sharingan. To awaken the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, a user must transplant the Mangekyo Sharingan of another Uchiha clan member. This eliminates the blindness caused by excessive use of the Mangekyo Sharingan. Madara was the first to awaken the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan by transplanting the Mangekyo Sharingan of his younger brother, Izuna Uchiha. Rinnegan. The Rinnegan, Eye of Reincarnation, is one of the most powerful eye techniques in Naruto, and awakening it requires special conditions. A Sharingan user can awaken a new Rinnegan by receiving Hagoromo's chakra. This can happen by combining the chakra of his 2 sons, Indra and Asura, to recreate Hagoromo's chakra, or by directly receiving chakra from Hagoromo himself. Black Zetsu spent centuries manipulating the reincarnations of Indra and Asura to awaken the Rinnegan, but it wasn't until the time of Madara Uchiha, the reincarnation of Indra, that it succeeded. Madara transplanted the flesh of Hashirama Senju, the reincarnation of Asura, into his own body, causing a portion of Asura's chakra to merge with Indra's chakra. Orochimaru and Kabuto Yakushi later hypothesized that the Sharingan could evolve into the Rinnegan by combining Uchiha and Senju DNA. To achieve this, Kabuto successfully recreated the Rinnegan by infusing Hashirama's cells into Madara's revived body. Although these artificial eyes did not have the full capabilities of the original ones. Like any dojutsu, the Rinnegan can be transplanted into others. Before his death, Madara implanted both of his eyes into Nagato when he was a child, without Nagato knowing. Nagato was able to use them effectively throughout his life, thanks to his Senju lineage. The Rinnegan is the only dojutsu capable of completely interpreting the Sage of Six Paths stone tablet. The gold Rinnegan first appeared when Momoshiki Otsutsuki absorbed Kinshiki Otsutsuki. Initially, Momoshiki had red Rinnegan on his palms, but after absorbing Kinshiki, these Rinnegan turned gold, and a third Rinnegan, also gold, appeared on his forehead. Byakugan. The Byakugan is a Kekkei Genkai inherited from the Hyuga clan. Unlike other dojutsu like the Sharingan, which only manifests when certain conditions are met, the Byakugan is present from birth. Those who possess the Byakugan are easily recognizable by their distinctive eyes, large irises that are white or light lavender in the anime, with no visible pupils. When activated, the Byakugan's pupils become more pronounced, and increased blood flow to the eyes causes veins near the temples to bulge. However, there are special cases. For example, Momoshiki Otsutsuki's Byakugan typically looks like any other, but after absorbing Kinshiki Otsutsuki's power, it takes on a golden color. Additionally, Himawari Uzumaki, who is a descendant of the Hyuga clan through her mother, usually has blue eyes like her father. Her eyes only turn pure white, with no distinctive features when her Byakugan is activated. Tenseigen. The Tenseigen is a dojutsu introduced in The Last Naruto the movie. The novelization of the film explains that the Tenseigen can be achieved when an Otsutsuki implants the Byakugan of someone from the Hyuga clan. The combination of chakra from these two clans transforms the Byakugan into the Tenseigen. When Toneri Otsutsuki implants himself with Hanabi Hyuga's Byakugan, the transformation takes several days to finish. As it progresses, Toneri feels intense, painful pulses in his eyes, which lessen when he rests. Jugan. The Jugan is a special dojutsu that appears in Boruto Uzumaki in the series Boruto Naruto Next Generations. It is a unique dojutsu known only to the Otsutsuki clan. The Jugan is not awakened in the usual way like other dojutsu. Instead, it seems to be connected to Boruto's unique bloodline, which combines his mother Hinata's Hyuga clan heritage with his father Naruto's Uzumaki bloodline, who is also a descendant of the Sage of Six Paths. When Boruto first used the Jugan during his time at the academy, he appeared unable to activate it at will. Instead, the eye would activate on its own when he focused on a specific person or object. By the time he became a teenager, he demonstrated the ability to activate it at will. Ketsuryugen. The Ketsuryugen, Blood Dragon Eye, is primarily awakened through inheritance from the Chinoiki clan. Unlike the Sharingan, the Ketsuryugen does not require the user to experience intense emotional trauma to activate. Instead, it usually manifests naturally in individuals with Chinoiki bloodline heritage. When activated, the Ketsuryugen makes the user's eyes glow with bright red sclera, dark red irises, and white pupils shaped like horizontal rectangles. This special dojutsu gives the user the ability to cast genjutsu, either by making physical contact with the target's skin or locking eyes with them. Using these methods, they can hypnotize their target in different ways, or even dive into their mind to extract information. The Ketsuryugen also allows the user to control iron or anything with a high iron content. True to its name, it enables them to manipulate blood within a living being, whether their own or someone else's. To control another person's blood, the user must first infuse their chakra into the individual. For example, Chino demonstrated this by cutting Sasuke's wrist to apply her technique on him. Senrigan. The Senrigan is a special dojutsu introduced in the series Boruto, Naruto Next Generations. Known as an ability of Shibai Otsutsuki, it was manifested in Ada after Amado implanted DNA from Shibai's remains into her. The Senringan allows the user to project their consciousness to any location, letting them see and hear events happening in real time, even if they occur in another dimension. It can also let them witness past events, but only up to the moment of their birth. However, the information they perceive is limited to their natural understanding and general knowledge. They cannot grasp details beyond that. Additionally, they are unable to observe anything happening on a spiritual or mental plane. Kokugan. The Kokugan features a black pupil that glows yellow when ninjutsu is used. It has a black wheel-like pattern with 8 spokes radiating from the center, and the area of the iris between the spokes is yellow. The Kokugan originally belonged to Kekkei Otsutsuki. After Ishiki's demise, Kawaki inherited this power through his Kama. When Kawaki uses the Kokugan, the number of spokes in his eyes changes, starting with 1 when no techniques are active, and ranging from 2 to 5 while using different abilities. 3 years later, Kawaki gained the ability to use the Kokugan without activating Kama, with all 8 spokes appearing when he fully utilizes its power. Yome's eyes. Yome, a kunoichi from the sand village, Sunagakure, possesses a unique dojutsu thanks to her natural abilities. Yome's dojutsu is not the result of a special awakening process or inheritance from a famous clan like the Uchiha or Hyuga. Instead, it is an innate ability that she was born with. Shion's eyes. Shion's eyes are not a traditional dojutsu like the Sharingan or Byakugan, but instead represent her unique ability connected to spiritual power and prophecy. Shion is a priestess from the land of demons with the ability to foresee the death of others. When she envisions someone's future death, her eyes transform into a special pattern, allowing her to use this power. When Toneri Otsutsuki implanted Hanabi Hyuga's Byakugan into himself, the transformation process took several days to complete. As the transformation progressed, Toneri experienced increasingly intense pain in his eyes, which would ease with rest. Kirara eyes. Kirara, a character in the anime Boruto, Naruto Next Generations, is one of the fabrications created by Onoki and the scientists of the Hidden Stone Village, Iwagakure. She was created for the purpose of serving Onoki's plans and protecting peace in the village. Kirara's eyes are the result of this creation process, not a natural or inherited ability. Her special eyes allow her to use powerful genjutsu, fully controlling her target like a puppet through eye contact. Additionally, there are some eye states that, although not technically a dojutsu, are very beautiful and unique. One example is the Sage Mode eyes. In Naruto, Sage Mode is awakened when a ninja learns to absorb and use natural energy from the environment around them. To awaken Sage Mode, the user must learn how to sense and absorb natural energy, and then balance it with their own chakra. If the balance is not correct, the user could turn to stone or lose control. This process typically requires harsh training under the guidance of a skilled sage, like Naruto's training with the Toad Sage at Mount Myoboku. Jiraiya was unable to properly balance his chakra with natural energy, and as a result, his appearance had some toad-like features when using Sage Mode. His nose became larger with warts, his teeth grew sharper, he developed a goatee, and his eyes resembled those of a toad. Naruto Uzumaki's eyes, in Sage Mode, have yellow irises and toad-like pupils, with an orange tint around the eyes. Hashirama Senju's eyes also have yellow irises, with black pigmentation around them stretching to his ears, along with an additional circle mark on his forehead with a dot in the center. Minato Namikaze's eyes also have yellow irises and toad-like pupils with an orange tint around the eyes. Additionally, Naruto has a unique Nine-Tail Sage Mode state, a combination of Kurama's chakra and Sage Mode. When Naruto uses this state, his eyes take on horizontal pupils with orange irises, typical of Sage Mode. When combined with Kurama's chakra, Naruto's eyes can turn red with vertical pupils, resembling the Nine Tails. Alright, that's all for this episode. If you want me to make a video about any other anime or a specific character, just leave a comment below.